Here in Chattanooga, they are known and will always be known as the Fallen Five. On July 16, 2015, 5 service members of the U.S. military were killed by a gunman at the U.S. Navy Operational Support Center off Amnicola Highway in the worst terror attack in the city's history. The 5 who sacrificed their lives to save others on that day: Gunnery Sgt. Thomas J. Sullivan, Staff Sergeant David A. Wyatt, Sergeant Carson A. Holmquist, Lance Corporal Squire K. Skip Wells, all U.S. Marines, and Petty Officer 2nd Class Randall J. Smith, U.S. Navy. The gunman had struck first at the Joint Military Recruitment Center on Lee Highway, injuring Sergeant DeMonte Cheeley, also a Marine, before targeting the Operational Support Center. During a confrontation with Chattanooga police, the gunman was fatally shot and an officer was wounded. In 2019, the Wreath of Honor Fallen 5 Memorial was dedicated at Tennessee Riverpark. On Wednesday, starting at 11 a.m. at the memorial, the Chattanooga Area Veterans Council will present a 10-year remembrance tribute to the Fallen Five. Mickey McCamish, a retired U.S. Navy captain, is with the council. Mickey, thanks for joining us.
Ray, thanks so much for having me. And this is a special week coming up.
Tell us more about this remembrance.
It's amazing how quickly time passes, and it's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since, in the line of duty, there were 4 U.S. Marines and a Navy sailor that were killed by a terrorist at the Navy Operations Support Center on July the 16th of 2015. And it's a date, a time at around 11 o'clock in the morning that's ingrained in the memory of every Chattanoogan. You'll remember where you were at, what you were doing on that particular day, because it's so ingrained in our memories.
And in the years since, there has been dedicated a Fallen 5 Memorial, and that is where the remembrance will take place.
It is. It will take place at the Tennessee Riverpark at the Wreath of Honor at 11 o'clock on the morning of July the 16th. We'll also do a short program this Saturday evening preceding Riverfront Nights on the riverfront at about 6:45 in the evening. And it'll be a short program. And the whole idea of both programs is we don't want to forget it's an event that you think would never happen in your backyard. We're labeled the most patriotic city in America. So therefore, this just couldn't happen in our backyard. But it did. And you've always got to be prepared. And I think that has prepared us for the future to realize that, yes, in fact, it can happen in your backyard. So you always have to stay on alert. Lieutenant Commander, then at the time, promoted to Commander, Tim White, was on active duty at the time. He was the commanding officer of the Navy Operations Support Center. And Tim was one of the persons that did take a shot at the terrorists to disable the event that was happening. And Tim will be coming in. Tim is retired from the Navy. He now lives in Pensacola, Florida. Tim and I have been talking since May of 2024, simply because we knew that there would be a lot of attention devoted to this remembrance program. Anytime you reach a milestone, then there's more attention that is placed on an event. Even though you may do it like we've done it every year, we've remembered, but still, whenever you hit a milestone, there's a little extra attention that is paid.
We should also talk about the community response to that event, Chattanooga Unite, and you were involved in that.
You know, it seems like it was just yesterday, September the 16th of 2015, when we paid the tribute on the river, coming together as a community in one program that paid tribute to the 4 Marines and the United States sailor. And we passed the offering plate that time. The offering plate consisted of 5-gallon pails with holes in the center of it. And on that date, we collected about $500,000. That money was then distributed to the relatives of the 4 U.S. Marines and the Navy sailor. So the community really came together. All the entertainers came together, everything. As a matter of fact, as I recall, if we had a problem, it was just finding a role for everyone in the community, because everyone wanted to do something, wanted to give back just to show the appreciation for the 4 U.S. Marines and the Navy sailor and their families, just to demonstrate how appreciative they were of the services that they had rendered.
As you've been looking back on this with others, what have you heard from others as they have been looking back?
The reflection is the same, that it reminds us all of the saying that freedom isn't free. This is a clear example of that we always have to be on our guard, that you can never let your guard down, but that it shows an appreciation for those that do put their life on the line, whether it be first responders or it be active duty military, but those that put their lives on the line each and every day. I think it increases the awareness and appreciation for the risks that are taken of how a young person, a child, a mother, a wife, a spouse can say goodbye in the morning, and in the evening there wouldn't be that return that occurred.
And then for people who want more information about the remembrance, where can they go online?
They can go to ChattanoogaAreaVeteransCouncil.com online. They can also go to RiverfrontNights.com and get information about both programs that will be taking place here.
All right, Mickey, thanks so much.
Thank you, Ray.